Hi, and a very Merry Christmas from Hamilton Central Model Railway. It's been a busy few months doing various things associated with the layout, so we've got quite a packed update for you, and we'll start with the Hornby Railroad Tornado. I've had this model for a number of years and I really like it. I paid something like £50 for it, really budget local, but it runs beautifully, and the only thing that really didn't quite fit with it was the livery was a little bit flat, very matte. All I've done with it is I've added a couple of warning flashes on it, just to add some little bits of detail. We've got metal nameplates on it now from Fox Transfers, and then I've oversprayed the whole loco with a few layers of Humbrol satin coat, which has really just brought the livery to life, and it's just a brilliant loco. For a little bit of work, it was well worth the effort. Next up, I've got a weathering project on my brand new Accurascale 92038 in the Caledonian Sleeper livery. A very nerve-wracking airbrush session, I can assure you that, on a £190 brand new locomotive. I've concentrated on the roof detail and on the underframes, and that's kind of what we see with modern locomotives, that generally the front and the sides are kept very clean by the plant washers. Really happy with the results. I think it takes an already great locomotive and just brings it to life. Another weathering project, which is the wonderful Bachmann Class 117, a real gem of a model I got last year, and I've been meaning to weather it for some time. Again, I've gone quite subtle on it, just concentrating on the roof and the underframes. It's taken another really beautiful model and just brought it to life. Delighted with the work and the way it's turned out. Amounting to a couple of weeks worth of work was respraying a rake of Hornby Mk3 and Mk2 coaches across to the previous Caledonian Sleeper livery. A lot of work. Spraying the base coat, which is blue, which I got from Rainbow Railways, polishing that up to accept the decals, then applying the decals, which were a lot of work getting them straight because the decals were very thin carrier film. These are from Precision Decals. The first coat of satin varnish blistered one of the decals, so I had to go back and I had to use Humbrol Clear to redo all that, and then to overspray several times with Hornby satin. A real labour of love getting these coaches up to speed, but we're there and we've got a really nice rake of coaches which I'm happy with. In addition to the 92s, which are the usual haulage, we used to get 90s for a short spell that took them empty coaching stock through as well. This is a Bachmann, which I've re-liveried into the Freightliner and renumbered to 047, and also weathered it, and I think this is a fantastic model. The latest addition to the fleet for Christmas is a Hornby Class, Clan Stewart. I've said before that the Britannia Class 7MTs are probably my favourite steam locomotive. The high running plate, the fully exposed wheels, I just think they are absolutely beautiful locomotives. The Clans are the slightly smaller sister of the Britannia, same running frame, just a slightly smaller boiler and smaller cylinders. Now, I've taken time out from buying Hornby over the last few years for quality reasons, and this was a present, and it's a good one. It's a beautiful runner, beautifully made, no quality issues at all with it. Absolutely delighted with it. It's such a beautiful locomotive. I've also been doing some work on the layout itself, planting some trees, adding some autumn leaves and underbrush underneath the trees, and also adding some bushes, woodland scenics, bushes in various colours onto the layout. It's one of the really enjoyable aspects of modelling, is that creative aspect of building the scenery up and just bringing the layout to life, and I've really enjoyed working in this, and I'm delighted with the little sections of the layout that have really benefited from the bushes and the trees, and it's just great seeing the trains running around other little bits of the layout now that are complete and are looking great. Another new addition to the fleet, another Christmas present, is the lovely little Bachmann Class 03 in the NCP black livery. Absolutely beautiful little model, beautiful runner, very detailed, and just such a cute little locomotive. Another bit of locomotive work has been updating the numbering on this Bachmann 47245 to the current style of number to allow me to add a nameplate to it and then weather it, and it's turned out really well. It's a beautiful locomotive, a really good runner. I'm delighted with it on the layout.